The Philippine Islands are both one of the prettiest and most remote areas on Earth. Situated in the Pacific near Vietnam, the capital city of Manila is a 3.5-hour plane ride from Japan. Now travel another 600 miles southeast and you'll find another large city in Davao. And then another 70 miles due west is Kidapawan, meaning spring in the highlands. And that is where our story begins. Since 1994, the Methodist Church has operated the Southern Philippines Methodist Colleges. The school's purpose is to train not only theological students, but students in several disciplines, including music and early childhood education. Missionary Janet McCarty is the acting president of the colleges. While Kidapawan is a fairly good-sized city of about 80,000 people, Janet is the only American in the area.
I was told once that there's another American here in Kidapawan, but I've never seen him. So I'm not aware of any other Americans. When I was here before and there was security problems and they said, my driver at that point said, well, I'm sorry, but we can't hide you, you're too white. So I do stick out. What's it like? The Filipino people are just so friendly and so kind and willing to help you that there's a lot of support that way.
SPMC is a 4-year program with more than 100 students, but there is a need for it to grow. The dream is to construct a new 2-story academic building, providing an updated audio-visual room at the start. Currently, theological students study in an open-air classroom, which sounds charming, especially when various farm animals pay a visit. But at any moment, the clouds roll in, and they bring the rain. Now, an open-air classroom doesn't seem so quaint. A team of missionaries from Chapelwood Methodist spent a couple of weeks in Kidapawan, lending a hand and offering encouragement. Any building must begin with a strong foundation, and in a remote place like this, constructing a foundation is done the old-fashioned way, with a shovel and a wheelbarrow, and in this case, in sticky, muddy, hot conditions. The work is difficult and necessary, but on one day, the team was joined by students in the pits. For the students, it was their way to give back to the school, many who were on scholarship. For the team, it was a chance to make new friends, an experience which moved team member B.J. Castagnetta to tears.
To have the opportunity to work side by side with your brothers and sisters in Christ. There's no words for that. To be able to share in the work and the sweat and the fellowship and the worship and spend the time that it takes to get here. It does something to your heart and your soul that words cannot express.
While the 8-member team might be considered small, each has several gifts. Kathy Luther is a teacher in the Katy School District. On several occasions, she helped teach English.
She's been a great inspiration just to me personally, because she is an English teacher, and I am teaching English, but I'm not an English teacher. I am a teacher, but not one of English, and just her personal contribution to me on the level of teaching has helped. And I think her relationship with the students have enjoyed having her, even though they've had me as an American, to have another American that was so enthusiastic about English, and just the interaction with the students will make a lasting impression upon them.
Dr. Ed Lynch brought not only a wealth of knowledge to school, giving 4 Middle Eastern history lectures to the students, but his stethoscope as well. During the visit, Dr. Ed provided nearly 70 physicals to the students.
There is no doubt that Dr. Ed has made a significant impact here. You see, SPMC offers their students a physical exam at the beginning of the year. And last year we were not able to do that because the doctors here in Kidapawan were too busy and our retired doctor retired. So this year we've offered it, and he has uncovered many medical conditions that need follow-up that are pretty serious that these students may never have found otherwise. And the other interesting sideline of all this is that my students' requirement is first-year students to write a journal. And many commented that this was the first time they have ever had a physical exam. So just to have their health checked, one student wrote in the journal that they were relieved that what they had was normal.
There is no question the teachers at the school are committed. Music teacher Emmeline Castillo has a 45-minute daily commute just to be here. And it doesn't pay much, only $3 to $4 a day. For Emmeline, though, teaching is a calling.
My number one legacy I wanted to, especially for the students here, I really wanted them to play very well in the piano, especially the one I am doing. They can play, they can read the notes well, they can sing well, and they can conduct well, because one of my subjects is conducting. I really wanted them, and I really wanted all my students to conduct well.
Chapelwood also provides $6,000 in scholarships for students, including 51-year-old lay pastor Zaldi Aganon. A father of 10 and a grandfather of 4, Zaldi left his family and will spend the next 4 years in seminary.
I would like all the members, the people at Chapelwood, that I'm so thankful that they helped me study here in SPMC. I came from a very, very far place from here. It's a 2-day travel by land. I'm beginning to see a new hope, a new beginning on my serving the Lord, because I really want to do my best, to give my best to the Lord and to my people way back home. At age 51, maybe I'm graduating at age 55, but for me, in serving the Lord, there's no retirement.
Vacation Bible School is always fun for both the mission team and the children. On this Saturday morning, the team set up stations, each with a biblical message, like the soap bubbles which give off rainbows, a reference to Genesis and God's love.
We have no like this. So, only experience when I have 2 kids. This is Charles, Dan, Joshua.
Besides digging foundation holes, the team did get the chance to mix concrete and build a new kitchen for the boys' dormitory. You can see the teamwork as the shovels are passed, filled with a mix of cement and sand to provide anchors for the smaller foundation. Later, a roof is added as the team lifts the aluminum to the contract laborers who do this kind of work for a living. A concrete floor is later poured and leveled, again, the old-fashioned way, by hand.
This is fabulous. We've completed the work here at the boys' kitchen. Got the walls, the form up, ceiling on. We're just finishing the final touches on the cement floor. And I think it's a work of art.
But mission moments can happen even on the most difficult job sites. Check out this snapshot of team member Warren Castagnetta pushing, or should we say sliding, a wheelbarrow full of dirt surrounded by a number of kids.
These kids are not from the school. They're from they said a church on the other side of the river. And to me, it didn't matter where they came from. They were willing to join in on something that they didn't know much about, but are willing to assist in any kind of way possible. That was really touching, actually.
The entire construction project will take years to build at an estimated cost of about $600,000. But in the Philippines, like in so many other third world countries, built classrooms will be used while the construction continues. And projects like this take great faith. Faith expressed so well by missionary Janet McCarty.
When I first came, one of the things that was a good symbol for me that really uplifted me was the fact that I could go in my backyard and see Mount Apo, the tallest mountain in the Philippines. And the thing that impressed me at that time that has stuck with me was the fact that many days I could go out in my backyard and not see the mountain because of the clouds. But I had seen it enough to know that it was there. And that's how I view God. And that's how I view my willingness to stay here. On those days that I don't feel that, I know God is there.